Hello and welcome to the darkened room of music conversation.
I'm Darren.
And I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about one-hit wonders.
All right.
Yeah, you remember those, like Murray Head's One Night in Bangkok.
Well, actually, Murray Head had another hit back in 1971, Superstar. Look it up.
Oh wow, okay.
So he wasn't technically a one-hit wonder.
That's true, okay.
So you mean like Johnny Hates Jazz, Shattered Dreams?
No, they actually had another hit at number 31, I Don't Want to Be a Hero.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one.
Maybe you kind of see what we're getting at here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs from the 80s that people regard as one-hit wonders, but they're actually not.
And there's not really much of an agreement on what a one-hit wonder actually is.
You're right, but we go by the Bible. This book right here, as you can see on the cover, the Billboard book of top 40 hits.
Right.
Billboard qualifies a hit as being in the top 40.
Right.
So if a band had another song in the top 40, then by God, it's a hit. Hence, they're not a one-hit wonder.
All right, so that's the criteria we're going by. So we're going to discuss a lot of songs today that you may not remember, and a lot of artists who fall under the umbrella, sometimes wrongly, under one-hit wonder when they actually have more than one.
And it's amazing how many people actually get this wrong. I mean, sometimes they just don't remember the other hits,
right? And
you can kind of forgive that,
sure.
But when a big music-centric network gets it wrong,
right?
I'm scratching my head.
Yeah, I even saw one time, and I've heard this more than once, actually. People have referred to, like, Rick Springfield as a one-hit wonder, and the guy had, like, 17 charting hits.
Yeah, 17. I mean, come on.
I mean, I know Jesse's Girl was an iconic song and all, but...
We're talking about VH1.
Yeah.
We've printed out a list of their top 100 one-hit wonders, and boy, is this full of errors.
But that's why you have us.
That's correct. So we're going to kind of go over the list, do a little fact check for you, and let you know how many of these actually weren't one-hit wonders and what other songs charted by them. You may actually remember. It may jog your memory.
Right.
That,
And there were so many of them, we narrowed it down to like 20.
Yeah.
Because there was actually way more than that had errors on here, but we can't sit here and talk about it all day. But we will include all of these songs on our Spotify playlist.
That's right. Everyone will be on there, all of their corresponding hits, so there will be none that have only one song on the playlist.
That's
because
right.
They're not one-hit wonders.
Exactly. And maybe it'll jolt your memory a little bit, and you'll have some fun with it.
All right, so the first one that we're going to mention is actually one that we did an episode on just recently. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time.
Right.
Little is it known that he actually had another, well, you may remember, but most people don't even remember the song.
Put Your Mouth on Me.
Put Your Mouth on Me.
I remember it well.
It was a number 27 Billboard hit.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't that great of a song, I mean,
no.
but it did chart.
Right.
Eddie Murphy, not a one-hit wonder.
Right. And, it's kind of interesting. We talked about this before we started recording. If you have a big enough hit, it's almost inexcusable that the label wouldn't at least promote the next song.
Right.
I'm talking about like top 5 area. If you have a top 5 hit, it's very unusual for you to not at least have one that scrapes the bottom of the douche barrel of the charts,
Right, yeah.
And so a lot of that is what's happening here. But some of these songs are pretty relevant songs, too. Another example is Alana Miles.
Yeah.
Everybody, of course, remembers Black Velvet. Humongous song in 1990. You couldn't escape the song, actually.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And the follow-up single to that was a song called Love Is, which, didn't do as well. Only made it to number 36. But nonetheless, it did chart.
It did, yeah. Let's bring up General Public. When you think of General Public, the first thing you think of is tenderness.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing the video so many times back then. But I'll Take You There was another hit by them. It actually hit number 22. It actually hit higher than Tenderness.
In 1994, I believe it was.
Yeah, so somewhere around there,
I believe it was on a soundtrack, possibly. I'm not positive about that, but seemed like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, great example. Another example is The Outfield. Of course, you think of Your Love when you mention The Outfield.
Yeah.
But they had several more songs that charted. All the Love in the World, Since You've Been Gone, For You, excellent band, and it's really sad that 2/3 of the band are no longer with us. They passed away.
True,
so the singer's gone, the guitar player's gone. It's strange. A world without the outfield.
Yeah. So, this is probably one of the best examples. They had 5 hits. So
right.
Come on. Not a one-hit wonder at
and
all.
Voices of Babylon. I forgot about that. That was another one.
That's right. Okay, so another great example right here. It's from Till Tuesday, Voices Carry.
Oh, yeah.
Not a one-hit wonder.
Nope.
Yeah, they also had a hit called What About Love, not the Heart song.
Nope, not the Heart song.
Hit number 26 on the chart.
That's right. And Geddy Lee from Rush was actually a big fan of that album, and that's exactly why he brought Amy Mann in to record the background vocals on Time Stand Still, was that he loved that whole album.
There you go, yeah.
What About Love came
So
out.
Geddy knows they're not a one-hit wonder. You should, too.
Exactly. Up next, Krista Berg, and this is another prime example. Of course you think of Lady in Red, iconic 80s song. But
it was a huge hit.
Humongous.
Couldn't get away from it that year.
Right. But you remember when you first scored MTV.
That's right.
And how many times you saw?
Don't Pay the Ferryman.
Great video.
Yeah,
great
it
song.
actually charted at number 34.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
A vivid video. I mean, it was just very cool. The ferryman, of course, looked like the Grim Reaper. He was the one controlling it.
It's a very dark video.
Very, very dark video. But
it is so weird. Like, if you only heard like one song, like Lady in Red, and there's a lot of artists like this, it's not totally indicative of what his music was about.
Yeah.
He had a really darker, edgier side.
That's very
to
true.
his stylings, yeah.
He was not an adult contemporary artist at all.
Right.
Yeah. So you may be thinking to yourself, so what? These are not one-hit wonders. C'est la vie. Speaking of C'est la vie by Robbie Neville, it's regarded as a one-hit wonder, and he had 4 other hits on the chart.
Right.
So definitely not a one-hit wonder. He had Domino and
Great
What's
song.
It To Ya. Yeah, What's It To Ya I didn't like as well, just personally.
Yeah.
But 4 other tracks by him, not a one-hit wonder.
Just like you. He also wrote a lot of stuff. In fact, I believe the song by Starship, It's Not Over Till It's Over, was co-written by Robbie Neville.
That's right. He went on to do some songwriting stuff like that.
He sure did. A very talented artist.
Very much so, yeah.
All right. Another one on the list is Matthew Wilder. Of course, we remember Break My Stride.
Yes.
And Matthew also went on to produce the Tragic Kingdom album, for No Doubt, a little tidbit of information. But he also had another hit that charted, The Kid's American. I think it's a very cool song. So had a video and everything. If you get a chance, listen to it on the playlist. It's a good.
It'll be in there. That's right. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to John Waite, Missing You. Again, probably one of the first songs people think of when they think of a one-hit wonder.
An iconic 80s song.
Very iconic. But nope, not a one-hit wonder. He had 2 others.
2.
At number 37, Tears.
Yep.
And at number 25, Every Step of the Way.
Every Step of the Way off the Mask of Smiles album. Great song. Tears was also off of No Breaks, which was the same one that had Missing You.
Yeah.
Written, by the way, by Vinnie Vincent from the Vinnie Vincent Invasion and Kiss, of course.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
One of my favorite bands from the 80s. I absolutely love these guys and gals. Quarter Flash. Everyone remembers Harden My Heart.
Oh, yeah.
Just a song that to this day I think holds up and sounds really fresh when you hear it.
Yeah.
But they actually had 2 other hits that charted. Find Another Fool. It's like a more new wavy Pat Benatar type song.
Very much so,
kicks ass. I love it.
It's really good.
And Take Me to Heart, one of the most...
that's my favorite by them.
Mine too. Yeah. It's one of those songs you just kind of forget about, but when you hear it, you're like, oh, yeah. And I love it. The video is fantastic. The song itself is just great.
Yep. You hear it, you're reminded of it, and the volume knob goes to 11.
Exactly.
It's just that good.
It's that good.
Yeah. So another video that I have fond memories of seeing on MTV was Madness, Our House.
I love it.
Often regarded as a one-hit wonder, but they are not. Coming in at number 33, It Must Be Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I would have thought that because I heard them so much, I would have thought like Welcome to the House of Fun and One Step Beyond would have been on the charts too, but
those are great songs and they were deserving of chart success.
Yes.
I love both of those.
Very cool songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't make the chart, but one other did, so not a one-hit wonder.
All right. And another example would be Eddie Grant. Of course, everybody remembers Electric Avenue.
That's right.
You could not get away from that song. I think it was the summer of 82 when that was out. And it was just like the song at the time.
We have an Electric Avenue here in Nashville.
Yeah.
And that song goes through my head every time
you go through there. Yeah, it's just automatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mr. Eddie also had another hit, Romance in the Stone.
Not a one-hit wonder.
Not a one-hit wonder. Yeah. And that was the title track of the movie. With
pretty good movie. I still
love
enjoy
those movies.
I watched it recently.
Yeah.
And I thought it was actually pretty good. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, from the movie Flashdance, Michael Cimbello, Maniac.
Great song.
You assume he's a one-hit wonder, but no, he's not. Coming in at number 34, Automatic Man.
And that's a really good album from the Bossa Nova Hotel, I think was the name of the album, or Bossa Nova, however you say that.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool song. And Michael Cimbello was one of those like studio rats who was really in demand. Like Quincy Jones just loved this guy.
Yeah.
And so finally he got his shot at the big time, and he had not one but 2 hits. Thank you very much.
There you go. All right.
All right. And moving right along, Rockwell. Come on, somebody's watching me. That's his only hit, right?
No.
Obscene Phone Caller also charted.
I don't really have a memory of that song.
You
but
don't?
It was in there. Coming in at number 35, it scraped pretty low, but still qualifies him as not a one-hit wonder.
Right, and I think it had a video, too.
All right, the one song that I just love to be so vicious and get stuck into people's heads is the Safety Dance from Men Without Hats. I mean, if you hear You Can Dance If You Want To, it's going to be stuck in your brain for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
true. Very catchy song.
I love it.
Not a one-hit wonder, though. Pop Goes the World came in at number 20. There's actually a video for it. I remember seeing it quite a bit.
I do
back
too.
Then.
Another great example is Animotion.
This is a really good example because not only are they not a one-hit wonder, they had 3 hits.
3 hits. And I think they had 2 incarnations of the band. Yeah. And, of course, the one that brought us Obsession, you know. Come on. Is there anything more annoying than that song? No, it's okay. I like it okay.
Who do you want them to be?
Of course, after Obsession, there was Let Him Go, and also the second incarnation of the band. I can't remember the girl's name. I know she was married to Richard Marx, so there you go. That's the only thing I know. She was the lead vocalist on Room to Move, which I think was like the late 80s, like 1989.
Yeah, it came pretty late. Yeah. All right, so let's bring up Nashville's own Tommy Two-Tone. This is a really popular one. A lot of people think is a one-hit wonder, and even I don't remember the second hit that actually charted that disqualifies him as a one-hit wonder artist.
And it predated 8675309.
That's right. Yeah. It came in at number 38. Angels Say No.
Yeah, I think in 1980.
That's right. Yeah.
So there you go. Not a one-hit wonder. And another glorious example, and I guess our last example in this particular episode.
Last one we're going to bring up anyway. Yeah.
Aha, Take On Me. One of the biggest songs that's ever been recorded. I mean, you go to the YouTube count, the Spotify count. It's in the billions, not millions. It's in the billions of streams and listens. Yeah, they had another hit, and why don't you tell us about it?
I actually kind of like it better than Take On Me, and you know,
what?
I know I could probably be tossed in jail for this for saying it. I just like the dramatic sound of it way better.
Okay.
The Sun Always Shines on TV. Yep. It came in at number 20. Not as big of a hit,
right?
And certainly didn't seem to have the longevity of Take On Me, but it's an incredible song.
It is a good song.
I love it better than Take On Me.
Yeah,
and it's like Take On Me is so good. It's just a slight notch above it.
And maybe the fact you haven't heard it as much as Take On Me makes
that's a possibility too. I will admit to that.
But I've never gotten tired of Take On Me.
Yeah,
I still love
I haven't
that
either.
song.
Yeah,
the video, one of the best videos ever made.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, all kinds of one-hit wonders that you know by memory you would think is accurate, but it's not. If you have your pop music Bible right here and do your research, you'll find out that many songs that you thought were one-hit wonders are actually not. So, we're going to have the Spotify playlist. We're going to drop these along with some others.
Yeah, there's many more. We could have made this a 2-hour episode probably.
That's right.
Especially if we went back into like previous decades. But we kind of confined it to the 80s.
Yeah, thereabout. I mean, a lot of Miles was around the 90s.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the 90s.
Yeah.
But check out the playlist. And if there's one we left out, drop it in the comments.
Yeah.
And of course, don't forget to hit like on the video. For now, let's play some trivia.
Let's do it.
All right. Trivia box. All right, I think I drew it last time. So
okay.
You draw it this time.
All right, here we go.
Give us a good one now.
I'm gonna do my best. And the category is the 80s.
The 80s.
What is the chance that this would happen?
Yeah, this is completely random. This was not planned.
Not at all. Yeah. All right, what was Duran Duran's first U.S. hit? All right, so here's the options here.
Okay.
I think I know this, but here's the options. Hungry Like the Wolf, View to a Kill, Rio, or Union of the Snake. All right, so we're going to use process of elimination.
Okay.
I know it wasn't Union of the Snake. That was much later.
And View to a Kill came much later also.
Much later. So now we're down to Rio and Hungry Like the Wolf. And man, my brain is a little fuzzy here, man, on these years. It's 82 and 83.
Yeah, it is on me too. I remember seeing Rio on MTV first.
I believe Rio is the right answer.
Yeah, but I cannot say that definitively because radio hits and MTV hits back then did not coincide.
It gets really fuzzy at times.
It does, yeah.
Now, I will say probably the first song that I took notice of was Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah.
So it's definitely between those two, but I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna say Rio.
I'm gonna say Rio. Yes.
All right. And the answer is Hungry Like the Wolf.
See, there you go.
Sometimes you stump the pros.
That's true, but again, in my defense, it was the MTV influence.
Right.
That's all I was watching. I was barely listening to the radio.
Yeah.
So that's the first song I heard was Rio.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
We miss them every now and then.
Throw us in jail. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back again with another episode very soon. Take care.
See ya.